Hi, I'm Coach Smith in Springfield, Missouri. I've been a cheer coach for 10 years. So when I took over my program as a head coach, my athletic director asked me to find a way to communicate with parents and cheerleaders so that they were receiving the same information at the same time. Previously, I had given the information to the cheerleaders at practice and then asked them to relay that to their parents, which sometimes worked and sometimes didn't work. And so then I looked at things like different social media platforms where you can create groups like Facebook, but I still had to use my personal account, which I wanted to keep private and separate from my coaching. I did a little research and I found Band. I played around with it. I was like, I think this might work. Let me try this. As a coach, it has been a wonderful part of my coaching. I highly encourage anybody that is a coach to use the app. And also, if you work with student groups, especially teenage student groups, to use the app because it's secure, it's private, it's quick communication, and it's not just sending a message. You can send pictures, which we know our kids work best when they can visually see everything.
And I just wanted to show how I use Band to keep myself organized. For me, the best way that I have found to organize my Band is for each of my teams. I have 3 teams. I have a freshman JV and a varsity team, and to create a Band for each team. This way, everybody's getting all of the information at one time. I'm able to post things from one band to another band pretty easily. And so I'm going to go to my current varsity team to show how I have set this up for my team. Once you enter in your team band, you're going to go to the little gear key down at the bottom, and you're going to click on settings. Within your settings, you can do all sorts of things. So you can edit the name and cover, and you can also add your own photo there. I'll probably change it to a team photo. The band type is super important. This is a private band for us, so only invited members, so I can invite people to join. So managing the member activity can be really important. Our most important things to be able to view who has read a post, to pin some posts to the top. Those are myself, the admin, and the co-admins, which are my assistant coaches. Then for posting, commenting, those can be done by anybody, as well as creating a photo album. Events are just for us coaches to make. You can always open that up. Maybe you have your co-admin be a captain on your team so that they can help with editing events and adding events to the calendar. I have it so that anybody can create and invite to a chat. There are public chat rooms, and then there are also private chat rooms. And those chat rooms are really, really great for me to be able to have one-on-one conversations or small group conversations. I also have so that you can delete any post or comment. So if for some reason a parent makes a comment or a post that doesn't necessarily need to go out to the entire team, I'm able to go in there and delete that post, and then I can probably send a private conversation with them. So that's the basic setup for setting up your band and making sure that you have everything in there. And so the next thing I want to show you is how to invite. And so if you look at the very top where it says private, there's that blue button that says invite. This part is super cool. So for me, if you have other bands, you can go to more invite options, and I can go to my other bands and invite people from there. I can also create a QR code, which was really nice for whenever we had our tryouts. And that way they were able to easily access the band. You can also copy a link. You can email a link. But for me, what I use most of the time is the SMS, which is sending a text message.
I don't know about other coaches, but I take tons of photos at games and at practices. And so I'm able to share this with parents because not all of our parents are always able to show up to the games. And so they still get to see their cheerleader in action, which is the best part. So I always create a practice album. And so I take a lot of videos during practice so we can see what's working in stunts, what's not working in a stunt, what's working in the routine. Yes, we review those during practice, but then I'm also able to upload them to Band so that they can watch it in detail by themselves and critique themselves, and then come back and be better at practice. And so they're able to video study at home, which is always great.
We have a lot of videos. But here are some videos that I took of some really neat stunts. And so I can select up to 10 of these videos to post. And the great thing is videos can be of any length. So I've put full performances and loaded those videos up before. So once my photos are uploaded, they will be in this photo album so we can quickly access them later. Also, my cheerleaders can have access to the album. They also just need to press the little plus sign, and they can add photos as well for us to all share and look at together.
Band also has a calendar feature, and the calendar feature is probably my favorite. I am able to post my calendar all the way into the future as far as I know it, which is absolutely awesome. And so my parents already know about things that are happening in December, and it's only June. And with the calendar, I can also connect a map to every single event. So if we're having an away game or competition, I can connect the location. Then they can pull up a map on their cell phone and see the directions exactly how to get there if they're going to be able to join us at that event. Additionally, if you're using the desktop version of the app, you can print the calendar. And so I often use that to print the calendar for my cheerleaders at work so that they're able to give their calendar to their employer so that they know when they need off for games and practices, which is really, really awesome.
And so you're going to go to this little calendar down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and press the little plus button up the top, and I'm going to add state competition to our calendar. Dates are to be announced, but this gives them a good heads up of when they need to think about it. If you're setting up something like practices, these two little arrows will make that a reoccurring event. What I like to do is also put the location for where things are. So for us, competition is going to be at Southeast Missouri State. You can search and it's going to give you that university. So I'm going to click on the university and that's going to attach a map. I can put reminders on there for when they're going to have a little reminder of the upcoming thing, and it is added to your calendar. So I'm going to open up our event so you can see what it looks like with the calendar. So as you can see, it is given the address for the university. What's really great is I can then click on that calendar and I can open it up in my map app and I can get those directions right away, which is really great for our parents for when they're going to out of town games. I can send an alert. I can also copy this event to other bands. So if my junior varsity team was going to travel with us, I could copy it to that band and then also send it. I wanted to show you how to make a post on band, which is a great way to get out your information quickly with your other team. So I'm going to create this in my current varsity team. And as you can see, I already have several things posted in here. You're just going to click post and I'm going to show you all the neat features. So you can see down here at the bottom, there are lots of things that you're able to do when you create that post. You can use a photo. One of the things that I really love to do is create polls. And so the first thing I can do is put a little message. So what kind of snack do we want? And so I can go to where it looks like these three little bars down here, and that's our polling shortcut. So snacks, maybe we have chips or fruit. And what's cool is I can let anyone add something. The secret voting feature is also pretty cool so that not everybody sees what somebody has posted. But I also sometimes like to see who voted for what. So maybe I can split what I'm purchasing. I can always show the results, and then I can also set a deadline. So I can tell them that I need to know this by tomorrow. And so that way they have a deadline so I can go ahead and make those purchases. So all you have to do is press done at the top and it creates that poll for you. All you have to do is press OK and your poll has been created. And so they can open the poll and then vote for whichever option that they would like. What's really neat is I can see the read by. So I know who has read this, who has not read it, and obviously my cheerleaders are already on my band and they are already checking and voting. I can also see who hasn't voted and who has voted, which is one of the best features. The other neat thing is if it's something that's super important, I can also pin that to the top of my band page. So to show that this is something that's important, I can go up here, I can add as a notice. So once I add as a notice, it'll go to the very top of the page, or add as an important notice, and that'll give them say, hey, we really need to vote on this as soon as possible. And then it appears here at the top of my page. So it's one of the first things that they see when they come to our team page. As you can see, my girls are already voting. They're already looking at this and they have no clue why I'm doing this. I also get a notification at the top of my page that the results are in for my poll that I've taken. I also can share files. I can create a to-do list or create a sign up. So if you have an event, You can do that, which is really nice to have all of these features on here for whenever you want to create a post and send out that information quickly to your team members. And so posting is really, really easy. It's just a click of a couple buttons and you can add so many things. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that this is a great feature for your cheerleaders and yourself.